Most people think that their lives are being ruined by one mistake, but they're not. It is the daily habits that you do every single day that shift your confidence and your discipline, and they're slowly destroying the way that you carry yourself. So if you see that you are slowly implementing these different things that I'm about to teach you guys, you have enough time to change these things. It's just about training your mind to be able to really see it and then being able to shift it. So the first one is waiting until you feel motivated. So for me, I would always wait to feel motivated. I would always feel until that little click in my brain to work out, to bulk, to lose weight, and all of those really important things that are just going to shift my life and really build myself up. So what I started doing is I started really making sure that I do hard things every day so that I can really train myself to want to do the hard things and just because our brain always wants to choose the easy way out. So I started training my brain to want to do the really hard things, and so basically discipline saved my life. The second one is breaking promises to yourself. So if you tell yourself, I'm going to wake up early tomorrow and I'm going to go to the gym, and I know that it can be very small and minimal, but if it keeps compounding and you keep lying to yourself, you're going to slowly not trust yourself, and you're going to really break your confidence. And I used to do that. I used to tell myself that I was going to wake up and I was going to eat all my macros and then I was going to go to the gym. But then there were times where I was going through a really hard time and I wouldn't do it. And over time, I started feeling like shit. I seriously would not even trust myself. And it took a really long time for me to get to the point where I can be like, okay, you know what? Even if I fall back for one day or something bad happens in my life, I can trust myself that I'm going to come back to it. So third one is consuming more than creating. If you're consuming more on TikTok or on social media, ask yourself at the end of the day, am I consuming or am I creating? And if the answer is you're consuming, you might want to think about things that you want to do so that you can create more, that you can provide value to other people. Even if it's like, for me, I'm actually gonna get back to my CNA before I enter into nursing school. So I want to provide value to the elderly, and I think it's going to be a really cool thing for me to do. And it's going to really I'm gonna really put myself out there again in the hospital and in the nursing homes, and I'm just so excited. So I decided to quit social media, and actually, if you stick around, and actually I want you guys to subscribe and like my YouTube video, and I want you guys to comment some of the things that you noticed in this video that I'm talking about that you're doing and that you want to change. So the fourth one is social media. I just talked about it. So I made a conscious decision to delete it after posting a lot of cool things and posting a lot of stuff about my life. But actually my life is so silent and so quiet, and I love it this way, and I'm so happy because no one knows what I'm doing. No one knows what I'm up to. No one knows anything about my life. And I just let action speak, right? And if you're on social media scrolling and just comparing yourself, which this is actually one of my 5th points. I have a little journal here actually. Then yes, stick around for that one. But social media will ruin your brain. It will literally make your dopamine receptor just shoot through the roof. And instead of getting natural dopamine, which is like a little happiness, euphoric chemical in your brain, if I want to explain it not too hard, like biology terms, it's essentially we get dopamine from different things, food, sugar, you know, all those different things. And social media is one of those things that is not really too good for your brain. So the 5th one is avoiding uncomfortable conversations. If you're an adult or if you're younger, you want to have uncomfortable conversations with people. So if someone is doing something to you or hurting you or doing something that you don't like, you want to practice saying that in the nicest way possible. So if you go example, hey Karen, I don't really like the way that you're speaking to me today, and if maybe moving forward we can do that differently so that we can maintain this relationship and it won't get ruined. Those are the uncomfortable conversations. And I used to always not want to do it, and I used to let people just continue to do whatever they were doing to me. And that's how I would get walked over as a young girl, like 19 to 20 years old. Obviously, I've done a lot to change that, and definitely there's no one that's going to be walking over me, especially as a mom, and that I have a daughter to look for. But those are the little things that are really going to improve you and just really make you a high value person. Saying that you'll start tomorrow. I know that's really hard, but there is no tomorrow. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. I used to always do this, like, I'll start tomorrow. No, you know, I'll wait to wear those shorts until my legs look muscular. No, I started just doing it. You gotta just do it. You gotta really follow Nike's slogan, okay? So surrounding yourself with people with no ambition. If you surround yourself with people that have no ambition, no goals, no values, nothing going towards their life, you're going to become one of them. That's simply how it is. You are the 3 people that you hang around with. I used to hang out with girls that just wanted to go out and just wanted to look cute on social media, and I became like them. And where did my life go? Absolutely nowhere. I had to change that a lot, and actually I take my life to an extreme, so much so that I don't have friends, but I'm only doing this for me because I'm on this journey that I want to improve and just be the best person for myself and my daughter. But I don't really have friendships because I know that those really shape your life a lot. And if I hang around anyone that is doing anything that I don't consider to be a part of my future goals, then I just don't really want to deal with that. So I personally love my solitude. And yeah, the 8th one is quitting when progress gets boring. Life is going to be boring. When you're doing something really good, it's going to take time, and it's going to be so boring to the point where you actually convince yourself that you need other stuff. And I used to do this with weed. I mean, sometimes I do it with alcohol. Like, I'll be like, hey, like, I'll have a drink. I used to get really hungover, but this time around, I can actually chill out and be like, okay, you know what? I had a long week. I did what I needed to do. I'll have a little beer. I'll watch my favorite show, and then I'll get back to it. You gotta have little things that are gonna get you excited, right? For women, this point is actually one of the most important. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to congratulate you, and I want to really appreciate you for being here, because I'm feeling a different level of energy these days, and I feel like I'm more centered and grounded with the things that I'm learning. So I really want to make sure that you guys get these things and really try to implement them. So letting emotions make decisions. This is the number one thing as a female. We go through different cycles, right? Personally, for me, I'm on birth control, and I know the effects that it has, and I know that it makes me a little bit crazy at times. So if I'm feeling a certain emotion, I sit on it. I don't like to really, it's hard, but I like to pause. I like to be like, April, is this really you? And if it's not, okay, I'm gonna sit down, take a day, and then make a decision. Don't make an instant decision, because you're going to regret it. And that's literally, it's true, right? And if you believe me, comment down below. Okay. The last one before I go, because I need to have my protein shake, is believing that you have a lot of time. Guys, we actually don't have that much time. We really don't. I'm 26 years old. In just a matter of a couple months, in April next year, I will be 27. And I remember when I was 21, it goes by, guys, it goes by. And if you don't do things that are going to grow you in your 20s, you really want to buckle up in your car seat and write 3 things that you really want to improve on this year or do. For me, it's getting into nursing school. Guys, oh my gosh, it took me such a fucking long time to get into this point in my life, but I did it. I didn't give up. So nursing school, taking care of my daughter, and then continuing with gymnastics. So those are my main things. But I believe in you guys, and I believe that together we can create a community, and we can just have a lot of females that care about high value habits, discipline, and healing emotionally as females. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, because I make videos like these every single week on discipline. And if you guys want different topics, you can always comment down below. I'll always answer to you guys. I promise. I'm always just like looking at the comments, seeing who replies and stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. And I hope you guys have a really freaking fantastic day.